here, Ben, you get the first pick for special teams. Who do you think has the best group?
Yep. This will be interesting because I ranked mine a lot differently, although I understand. I mean, I don't think the rankings will come out all that differently. But I didn't, go through the formula like you did.
I went all in, baby.
You did, which is fine. I just did not go all the way there. But it was a little bit more difficult. But I basically did it off of what I considered fantasy level. This is how I normally do the kickers because I can't come up with a better way. So I put more stock into the kicker for the most part, unless it was just some crazy return or something like that.
My algorithm did too, so I don't blame you.
Yep. All right, so I went with Baltimore number 1. Justin Tucker's the best kicker in the game, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with them as the number 1 there.
All right, get my spreadsheet up of the position rankings. Ravens 1. All right, right after we gave them the secondary number 1 last week too, if they get their name called first.
Yep.
All right, so I did have them at 6, but that's still not that bad. That's because I just felt like they're all Justin Tucker, and then Jordan Stout's a rookie, Nick Moore's an experienced long snapper. I like Duvernay as a returner though, so there is that.
Fast.
Yes. So my number 1 is the Chiefs. I think all around, Harrison Butker's like a top 4 kicker almost unanimously. Tommy Townsend's a really solid punter, had some really good net yardage average. James Winchester's been the long snapper there for like 6 or 7 years now, and Nicole Hardman is a solid returner. So that worked for me.
I'm going with the Bills here. Punt God. Did you see that punt by
I did. Was that what we're basing this on?
83 yards in the end zone. No, I mean, not totally, but I do like Isaiah McKenzie as a returner. Tyler Bass.
I think Tyler Bass is still a top 3 fantasy kicker this year.
Yeah, so. And then they do have Matt Hack still. Matt Ariza is going to be the guy there, though, I would think.
If you take Hack after Ariza punts an 82-yarder, people are going to be lining up to pay dollar bills to Ariza on free agency.
Exactly. So, and then Reed Ferguson.
And Reed Ferguson is an experienced long snapper. That's a good one. I have 7.
Yep. So this isn't off that bad thus far.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're picking guys right now that I had in like the 18 or later, it'd be like, okay. But this is, if you're picking top 10 for me, it's hard to, like you said, it is hard to grade special teams. So that's why my algorithm was so complex.
Right.
All right. My number 2 was the Vegas Raiders. Daniel Carlson's a really good kicker. AJ Cole's been the punter on the Pro Bowl for the last 2 years. Trent Sieg's been a long snapper there for 4 years, and Darius Phillips is considered a top 8 return man. So I'll take them there.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks here.
All right, they're 5th. I have them at 5, right where you had them.
Michael Dixon, Tyler Ott, and then Tyler Lockett / DJ Dallas. Tyler Lockett's been an excellent return guy for a while. So
he's ranked as the number 2 returner behind Cordero Patterson. So that says a lot.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that right where I had him, man, 5. So nicely done on that one.
Yep.
All right. So I think that still means my 3 might be there though. Where's my 3 at? Bengals. Evan McPherson. Kicking. Kevin Huber, really solid punter. Drew Chrisman's their backup, and he's probably not making the team. Clark Harris has made 2 Pro Bowls as a long snapper, and Cal Adamitis was actually my number 1 ranked long snapper in the draft, as if that means anything. And then Trent Taylor and Brandon Wilson at kick returner. That's a really good group. I think Wilson's going to probably be the primary guy there, but Taylor provides some speed for a white guy.
There you go. I will go with New England here. Nick Folk, Quinn Nordine, Tristan Vizcaino.
Yep.
And they got Jake Bailey, Jake Julian, Joe Cardona, and then Marcus Jones and Ty Montgomery. So they got a pick kicker battle. I don't know who they're really going to pick there. Nick Folk's been around. Quinn Nordin's got a leg.
And
We'll see.
Nordin's
So
been
they do
hurt
have
so
a,
much though. He's been on a
yeah,
bunch of
I don't
lists.
know. We'll
So.
see. We'll see on that one.
Yeah, he's pretty much been on every list so far in the NFL, but the sex offender. So
yeah, well, it
yeah.
wouldn't surprise me. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. I know how we feel about Quinn Nordin. So yeah, that's actually still not that bad off. I had him at 12, so you're staying within like that 5 perimeter of kind of where I had him, which is solid. My next team is the Saints with Will Lutz at kicker. Blake Gillikin was the number 9 punter last year. Zach Wood has a Pro Bowl as long snapper, has been there for like 7 years. Deontay Hardy, which confused me for a minute there. I was like, who's this? And it's Deontay Harris. Apparently he changed his last name. Jarvis Landry is also the other returner there. So, again, not a bad group of return men to go with one of the better kickers, Will Lutz.
All right. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here.
7, baby. Nicely done.
Jason Sanders, Thomas Morstead, Tommy Heatherly, Blake Ferguson, then Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's good.
Jalen Waddle said he's faster than Tyreek Hill. I don't know about that. That's a little much.
They've had all the opportunities to race, and why is it not being recorded somewhere? I need to see this.
Right.
Oh man! All right, so I think we've actually filled a lot of my spots now. So I got to try to go ahead here. Let me look. All right, so my next available is my 9th team, and that is we're at 10, so that's actually not that bad. My 9th is the Falcons. Younghoe Koo, Bradley Pinion, Liam McCullough is the only rookie long snapper, or this is the first. It's technically not a rookie. He was signed in 2019 on a bunch of practice squads. Hasn't played in a game yet though, so he's the only long snapper that hasn't played in a game yet. And then Avery Williams with Cordero Patterson returning. That's a good group.
That is a good group. It's not bad. I'll go with the Colts. Rodrigo.
I'm at 13.
Yeah, so not bad. They also have Jake Verity there, Rigoberto Sanchez, Luke Rhodes, Naeem Hines, and Isaiah Rodgers.
Those are good return guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a net too, not bad. Like I said, you're not far off on some of these right now, so that's really good. All right, my number 10 is the Panthers. Excusing Zane Gonzalez, who I had, I think, to the bottom 6 kicker. Johnny Hecker is now the punter there, and he's notoriously one of the best punters in the league. JJ Jansen has 2 Pro Bowls and like 209 games played, which is the second most out of any long snapper on this list. Thomas Fletcher was actually drafted long snapper last year. I think that call that he had with Matt Rule went viral. And then Andre Roberts has been a return man in the league for like 11 years. So a good return guy there too.
Yep, not bad. I'll go with the Giants here. Graham Gano, Jamie Gillen, Casey Kreider, and Richie James.
Yeah, Richie James is really solid there. Graham Gano has been doing it for a long time. Delon from Scotland. So this one is your biggest net difference for me. I had him at 20, which is a 7 net, which still not going to cry about it. Let's see here for my next group here. Okay, Steelers. I will take next. Chris Boswell and Nick Skiba. Boswell's a top 5 kicker in the league the last several years. Presley Harvin III is one of 2 black punters in the league right now, along with Corey Bjorquez. Then you got Christian Kuntz, so that's a fun name. And then Gunnar Olszewski. So also he started out as a gunner with the Patriots and found his way as a white return man.
Nice. I'll take that. I'll go with the Cowboys here. Jonathan Garibay, they have Brian Anger, Jake McQuaid, Kevontae Turpin, Tony Pollard. Those two good return guys there. Interested to see what the Tony Pollard experiment is this year for the Cowboys. Is he the feature back, and do they?
I was going to say it's getting closer and closer to 50-50 every year now.
Right. So we'll see how much he's returning, but he is an excellent return guy. So
really nicely done. That was only a one difference. I had him at 16. You had him at 15. That works. Who was my next here? 11, 12. Okay, so my next is the Texans. Kymie Fairbairn, Cameron
the highest
Johnson.
maybe I've ever had them on these.
I think it is for sure. Yeah, it is. But Fairbairn's a good kicker. Cameron Johnston has punted a long time with the Eagles, and this is his first year, I think, with the Texans. John Weeks has been in the third most games as a long snapper on this list. And then Tremont Smith and Desmond King at return. Not a bad group. So,
yeah, that's pretty good. I'll go with the Cardinals here.
Yeah.
Matt Prater, Andy Lee, and Nolan Cooney, Aaron Brewer, and then Rondale Moore is probably going to be the returner. Prater, we know what Prater is. And Rondale electric, so.
Yep, that's a good one. And 3 net there. That's pretty solid. 14. All right, I'll go with the 49ers here at 18. Robbie Gould kicking, Mitch Wisnowski punting, Tabor Pepper, Michigan State long snapper, and Ray McLeod is the return guy has a pretty nice career previously with the Steelers as a return guy.
Okay. Go with the Commanders. Joey Sly, Tress Way, Cameron Cheeseman, and Alex Erickson.
I dig it.
Tress Way's good.
I think so. Yeah, and Cam Cheeseman. Maybe I'm a little biased, but and Joey Sly is massive.
He is a big dude.
All right, pick 20 here. All right, I'll take the Jaguars. Absolutely can't stand Ryan Santoso. Yeah, Ryan Santoso, Andrew Mevis. That actually could go either way. I would not be surprised if Mevis wins that job, or that they take a kicker. Like if Riley Patterson gets cut, that's an option. Logan Cook is considered a top 3 punter based on his numbers last year. Ross Matisic has been 6 years with the Jaguars at long snapper. And Jamal Agnew, we know what he's capable of with his time with the Lions. He had the number 1 return play according to like NFL Network last year. So I'll take them there at 20.
All right. Where it gets a little bit tougher. It's pretty tough all the way around at this point. Yeah, I had them at 20 as well, like right at 20. I'll go with the Bucks.
Okay.
Tuck up Jose Borregales, Jake Camarda, Sterling Horfrichter, Zach Triner, and then Jalen Darden is very fast, very, very, very fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, I'll go with the Vikings at 22. Greg Joseph kicking, Jordan Berry, a lot of experience with the Steelers previously. Andrew DePaula, I think 5 years now in a row with the Vikings as their long snapper. Kene Nwangwu he looked really good as a rookie returner last year. And just in case they want an Iowa guy to return, Amir Smith-Marzette is the option. So I really like Kene Nwangwu, though, as a return guy.
Yep. All right, I'll go with the Broncos here.
Okay.
Brandon McManus, Sam Martin, Corliss Waitman, Jacob Bobin Moyer, and Montreal Washington.
They were my next available. We're staying pretty good. I'm having to go down my list a little bit here to try to find my next team. All right, yeah, the Rams are next for me. Matt Gay, Riley Dixon, and Cameron Dicker are going to battle for the punter spot. Dixon's got a lot of experience with the Giants. Matthew Orzich is one of the most inexperienced long snappers in the league. I think only 21 career games. And then Brandon Powell, former Lion and former Bill, and now he followed Stafford over to the Rams. But he had a pretty nice season as a returner last year. So,
Okay.
pick 25.
25. Now it probably doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, your net won't be that far off anymore. It'll be within 7 for sure.
I guess I'll go with the Eagles. Jake Elliott, Aaron, what is that? Aaron Siposs.
Yeah,
Rick
he was a
Lovato.
former Lion. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jalen Rager, who's fat. We'll give him that. He's been kind of a bust in receiver position, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's fast. You like explosive in the return game for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my next available is the LA Chargers with Dustin Hopkins. James McCourt's the other kicker there. I doubt he beats Dustin Hopkins. I think Hopkins has kind of been a mainstay, top 12 kicker for a long time. J.K. Scott, former Packer punter. Josh Harris, kind of right in the middle for long snapper experience. And then DeAndre Carter, former Texan. And he's going to probably be the return guy there.
Okay. Let's see here. I will go with, man, I could go with, it doesn't, I don't really like any of these groups anymore.
I think there's like 2 here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with the Packers, I guess.
It was one of the 2. Yeah.
Mason Crosby, Pat O'Donnell, Stephen Wardle, and Jack Coco, and then Amari Rogers. Mason Crosby, it kind of depends on what year it is. He could be really good. He could be really, 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 really bad.
Or he can miss like 5 field goals in a game. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with the Jets. They were my other option. Greg the Leg is still there, battling with Eddie Pinheiro, who kicked for the Bears. And that was kind of right when the Bears were starting to find a reliable kicker. So, I think either or they can't go too bad. Braden Mann is a solid punter there. Thomas Hennessy has been a long snapper with 3 or 4 teams now, but he's been in the league for like 10 years. And then Braxton Berrios, I think, is one of the more explosive white players in the league.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. 29.
What number is this?
Yeah, pick 29.
29. I'll just take the Lions here, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm at 31, but it doesn't matter.
I'm going to take them here. Why not? Based off of a Pro Bowl punter, pretty much.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Austin Siebert, Jack Fox, Scott Daly, Khalif Raymond, Godwin Igwebuike. I like Raymond as a returner and Godwin. So
yeah,
and Jack Fox is great. The kicking game. I've said kickers are a dime a dozen.
You're not wrong. I think was it last year? I think 3 or 4 or 5 former Lions kickers had a job in the league with Matt Prater.
One of them's Matt Prater.
Yeah, and then Matthew Wright was with the Jaguars last year. And then you had Randy Bullock with the Titans. Zane Gonzalez was with the Panthers. So, and I'm trying to feel like there's one other guy. So it's not surprising. All right, so the 3 remaining teams: Bears, Titans, Browns. Let me take a look at where I'm on. All right, Browns I have at 27. Bears I have at 32. And the Titans at 26. Okay, so the Titans are next. Randy Bullock with Caleb Shudak. Brett Kern against Stonehouse. Morgan Cox is actually the best long snapper in the league. I know that says something, but 188 games played and 4 Pro Bowls, which there's not even a long snapper that has 3 Pro Bowls, so Cox is ahead by at least 2 there. And then Trenton Cannon and Kyle Phillips are going to compete for the return job. But Brett Kern has been pretty much a mainstay as a top 6 punter. Morgan Cox, I'm trying not to put a bunch of weight on the long snapper, but that was what did it for me over these other teams.
Sure. All right, I'll go with the Bears, I guess. Cairo Santos, Trenton Gill, Patrick Scales, Tristan Ebner. Ebner actually looked okay in their preseason game. I was watching it on offense, but yeah.
That'll put the Browns back to earth a little bit going at 32 here. They were the highest rated offense based on our rankings. Defensively, too, I think they still look like top 8 for defense somehow. So, yeah, the special teams bring them down to probably find a good spot for them. Yeah. The next week, we get to finish out the rankings. Yeah. Next week, we get to finish out the rankings with coaching staffs. Tried to be a little bit more specific. So I'll copy and paste that to you. But I put if the team had an assistant head coach, I listed them as the 4th. So it was the head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and then the assistant coaches, head coaches. So kind of do with that as you will. As obviously it'll be like this, where more power will go to the head coach, and then whatever else after that. So that will complete it, and then I'll post our final rankings. And again, we'll see how accurate our list is. So we typically have been relatively close. There's been a couple team variables that are like, injuries you can never account for, and injuries can spoil any team season. So it'll be fun. And then we'll also bring you 1998 MLB draft next week, and then I think we'll do our top 50 or 60 Michigan players going into this year, with the college football season booting up soon. So
sweet. That'll work.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
See you.